Okay, so I've been asked to do a tutorial for the decoupage. It's very easy, guys. I didn't have a rock base coated with paint, but I don't think it matters. Can't remember if I had a base coat on the other one or if I did it to the bare rock. I think I had a base coat. So we're going to go ahead and add one. Come on, paint. Of course, there's a glob. Every little snag I can hit trying to do this one-handed, I will probably hit it. Get out, you old devil. This is a wet process anyway, so this wet base coat, we're not even going to let it dry. We're going to let it stick down our first layer. Spread it nice and smooth and even. Doesn't matter what color. I want black because it covers so well and easy, and I've got too much. So we just simply take some off, spread it out. I will put that back in the jar. Waste not, want not. Spread it kind of thin so it'll dry fast. We don't want it all pulled up on there. Always go down the side of the rock, at least to where you're gonna see it. I do that in about all my rocks. I don't do the back, but I do the part of it that you're gonna see. Make sure it's smoothed out. Hopefully I'll keep the video on what I'm doing, not be videotaping a whole lot of nothing. Go ahead and give my brush a quick rinse. Not that it matters because I'm not going to be dipping it here in a minute anyway. I don't have a paper towel handy. My table's way over there. So we're just going to go with it. What you want to do, just lick the tip of your finger. It allows you to pick them up. You want to overlap them. You're not going to keep touching that or it's going to get black paint everywhere. Let me do it with a brush. I separated all my papers. I cut a bunch of them. Got to pull them all apart. Just kind of spread them out so you have access to all the colors. But yeah, you just kind of, right now I could stick a whole layer just because that base coat gives them something to stick to. So let's do that. Kind of overlap them. But you want the same colors together though. Cover that bottom layer pretty much. Keep kind of overlapping them. That's where you get your other colors. Is the pink and blue will make purple, and I I had 3 colors and ended up with like 5. Because I had blue and yellow made green, and red and yellow made orange, and blue and purple created yellow. I had blue, yellow, and green, ended up with orange and purple as well. Something like that. So just keep covering it. We're going to hit it with decoupage in a minute. I'm just kind of randomly grabbing them. I'm not even trying. You do want to take heed though not to stick 2 colors together like I just did with the yellow. We'll cover it up so it'll make another color. Blue there. Now, if this had not been base coated with a wet base coat, I would have, which normally you're not going to have. It's like, say your rock is base coated and it's dry, just start up there, and I would put a little Mod Podge on the rock if there wasn't a base coat there, and I would just keep wetting it with the decoupage. You want to use your brush. Sometimes you have to use your fingers, like go under it. Not really necessary with this one because we have that wet base coat, but we're going to do it anyway. But yeah, you just keep your decoupage smoothed out nice. Quit, Bella. No, ma'am. Lay down. Go underneath. You want to keep the wrinkles out of it. Use your brush, use your fingers if you have to. Sometimes you gotta put your fingers in there and touch it and keep the air bubbles out. You want it to lay perfectly flat. Let's see, because we don't have that base coat there now, we're going to make sure there's some Mod Podge under. And even just over would probably be alright because it's going to go through. But, whoops, maybe that wet base coat wasn't a good idea. I didn't think about that. But we'll get away from that risk in a minute by having the base coat part of the rock covered entirely. Look, if there's no area, that won't happen again. Yeah, stick that pink on that pink Madonna. I really don't want to rush this, but I'm ready to retire for the day. So again, we're going to come up here. Make sure there's a little bit underneath. And get more if you want, just a little bit. Doesn't take much. Kind of work with the direction of what it needs to do to lay down. Like these, you can go that. You don't want to go this way. Go with the direction that. Stick a little bit under there, just for poops and giggles, as my big brother would say. You can go ahead and hit them all. Very easy, guys. It's almost impossible to mess it up. Any age child just about could do it. We don't need it there because we've got that wet paint under there. Now I'm going to take my brush and brush them all down. A little bit of a wrinkle there. It tried to set in. Don't work too far ahead of yourself because it'll dry and you'll have wrinkles or something. Trying to stick away from that wet some other colors. Let's do some decoupage under there a little bit. I don't want to hit that base coat. I want that to lie down. Go up here first. I can't do this too long without making another video or something because it won't be too long. It won't let me load. It'll be too long. Oh, got a little bit of a wrinkle there. So you can take your fingers. If the brush isn't doing it, you can slide the paper. If you want to be like perfect about it, just kind of pull on it, slide it out of your way. We'll just cover it up with another piece. Make sure everything's got decoupage on top of it. A little bit of wrinkle there again, just kind of dab it and it'll get those wrinkles out. If you keep your finger wet if you're going to touch it so it doesn't stick and pull it up, it will slide right across it. You want air pockets out, you want wrinkles out. I just kind of go whichever way you have to get it to lay down. Now touching it like this and bringing it up creates that little texture. You don't really want that, so once you have done this all over, keep your brush wet too if you're going to touch it. It needs to be wet, especially once it starts drying. It gets a little tacky. You want to keep it wet. And you can go over the whole thing. Don't have to. You could wet right on to keep just sticking. I'm going to kind of do this to take away the risk of that. But base coat can't get on us if we have it sealed under the Mod Podge. Always go underneath, use your brush, make sure it's smooth down. A lot of paint there. Get that from running. Nope, see, we're getting a lot of paint. I'll get it out of my brush. Alright, now we got a lot of dark colors there because of that base coat getting picked up. So we're going to go again to start again. See, now it's wanting to grab because my finger is sticky. No sticky fingers. Just lay it down enough to hold it to you. Pick your brush back up. You like spread these pink ones out. Like that. So you're not getting two colors together. You really got to keep your hands free of any sticky. Now see right here, there's some together. I'm going to separate those. I did away with any that weren't square. That's probably where we're getting a lot of the black. We're going to not use those black ones. Some of it's base coat, some of it's because we got black tissue we're putting down. Let's not do that. It's probably just create a darker orange or whatever. Can use some, but I'm not going to use much. some wet there. A little bit of wet there. Or not. Some here. I don't want pink. Too much pink there already. Stay. Green. Orange. Let's grab another blue. Alright. We'll cut this short in a minute. You just keep going until you want to stop. Yeah, however many layers you want. Keep that brush wet. Like you can do a lot, and then just smooth it out. Go up under there if it looks like it needs it. Because you kind of want to go under there because the top of it isn't wet. You want your top layer wet to take that next bite of tissue. See how that smooths right out. Then you don't want it rough. You want to get it smooth with the decoupage too. But that's the idea, guys. I'm going to put this phone down so I can put a little more on here, and then I'll get a picture. Over and out. Hope this helped.